So recently, and by recently, earlier this week, and I only found out yesterday, that a close friend of mine, and Penn's, if everyone knows Penn, is he had passed away. I wanted to firstly say that if I don't upload, it's probably because of this. Um, I'm gonna try, but if I don't, or if I go back to only one a week, it's probably because I'm not doing so well emotionally. Um, Earlier, not like 20 minutes ago, I was crying, and that really takes a lot for someone like me to admit because I haven't had a proper cry in years. So I just wanted to make a video, only saying that I probably won't be uploading. We'll see. But I just wanted to talk about this guy. Now, I'm not gonna say his name for personal reasons and stuff. Um, but he was a brother, really, honestly, and he was, fellow guy of Christ and the Lord. Um, so I'd like to go through some notes that I have here about things, some Bible verses, some words of wisdom, and this can apply to death in general. So if you're watching this and you're recently or if you have someone that's recently passed and you are a Christian, or if these are just words that might help, then I do encourage you to listen. But if anything, this is just a tribute to my friend here. So um, let's see here. I think one of the first ones that comes to mind when it comes to death, especially in Bible verses, is Isaiah 57:1. And in this case, I'm going to have two in there just because it reads, "The righteous perish, and no one takes it to heart. The devout are taken away, and no one understands that the righteous are taken away to be spared from evil. Those who walk uprightly enter into peace. They find rest as they lie in death." Now, this is obviously a really good one because it directly says that sometimes God takes the good people away in our life because he doesn't want them to be tainted by evil any longer. So I like to think that my friend, he passed because he was in a good place with God and that he could, just be with him now. I like to imagine he's up there, looking down on me, making this stupid video. I'm gonna edit how all me being such a sap here, but it's fine. It's gonna be a pretty unedited video. Another one that came up when I was looking up Bible verses for loss is Revelation 21:4. He will wipe every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things has passed away. I mean, it's pretty straightforward with that one. At some point, and of course, Revelation is the end. That's supposed to be what Revelation is. So it's really explaining that in the end of all things, really, there's not going to be any crying or pain. And after my friend passed, um, I I like to imagine he's in a great place where crying and pain and stuff just doesn't exist anymore. One final one here, real quick. I do have more than this, but I think these are just, these solid three are pretty good. This one's really quick. It's Psalm 116:15. Precious in the sight of the Lord is death of his saints. Simply put, God, not he doesn't want us to die, but for people like my friend, someone that's like really strong in a relationship with him, for them to die is essentially for them to go home with him, and that's all he wants, and that's what I want for my friend too. So I really hope that he's there, and great. It's not like 100% guaranteed. I know he was a man of God. Sometimes we struggle with things, but God is very merciful, and so in my heart, he's up there and he's having a great time, and I hope to see him again someday. Some other notes I have here are that he is not lost, and this can apply to both my friend and anyone that you may have lost. He or she is not lost. They are found forever in Christ. Though they're absent from the body, they're now present in the Lord and enjoy in glory we can only imagine. I just want to remind everyone that grief is not weakness. Um, it's just, it's natural because, we lose things and then we are gonna cry over them. That's what happens. And although um, his body is dead, love does not die and never would. So I will always keep him in my heart. He was a brother. He was someone to look up to. He was someone I shared faith with heavily. And I have a lot of fond moments and just amazing times every time I saw him. It was always a bright smile on his face, and I couldn't help but smile back. I'd like to share some memories real quick, just some things that make me happy. One of the earliest memories with my friend is us driving to church, and then he put on a song, and I'm like, "Man, is that DMX?" Yes, it was. DMX had a Christian song, and it was the most amazing thing ever. And honestly, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have known about that song. I was I might have been blaring it in my headphones when I was crying, because it reminds me of him, and it's a great song. So why not? Another time was during this thing called a lock-in. A lock-in is a thing at our youth group that he volunteered at with me, where we'd stay the night at the youth group building, and the theme of the night was like neon, black lights and stuff. So we were setting up like tape and stuff on the walls and like little art, and we were me, him, and another friend that I won't say the name of. Um, we were doing some cool art. We did like Jesus's tomb. We had a bunch of crosses. Obviously, it was just a really fun bonding moment for the three of us. And then one of my favorite moments that we had was one time during worship or right after. It was a nice worship, but it was like, more heavy, emotionally uplifting. And, everyone was a little, sorrowful and stuff like that. So I went up to him and I hugged him. There was no warning. It was just a simple hug. And that's got to be one of my favorite memories. And just like, more honorable mention, I guess, is every time we pull in the church, he's always there. We have like this drive-in church kind of thing. It's hard to explain, but he's always there waving at us. Again, with that bright smile that you can't help but smile back at. It's just he was a beautiful man. I'll say that. So my closing thoughts, I guess. For starters, I'm definitely like I've always been a devout Christian. The birds are gonna start chirping, aren't they? But that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't matter. I've always been a devout Christian, but I've been struggling so much. But I know that if I don't get it together, I'm just gonna let him down, and I don't want to do that. I'd like to see him again because I know he's in heaven, and that's where I want to go to. To say he was, a close friend was definitely an understatement. He was. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I want to get these points clear. He was a brother. He was just he was just an amazing guy, and anyone that disagrees, you're wrong, honestly. So just in conclusion, um, goodbye, and I'll see you again someday. I really hope. I'll see you guys in another video. Whether it's silly gaming, another Minecraft map, because that's all I do, or just an update, and I'll see you guys at some point. So, I hope everyone has a great day, a great afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you right now. And, just, I'll, I'll keep them in my prayers. And I hope you guys just stay happy, please. It's like because sometimes that the people that we lose, all they want is for us to be happy. So I'm gonna stay happy. After I'm done here, of course. I got church in a couple hours, so I really hope I can get it together by then. But that's it. I'm gonna wrap it up there. I'll see you guys.